Well, hello and welcome to Rajya Sabha News. You're watching RSTV with your anchor Rajat Kane. Here is a top headline. Chairman Naidu appeals to MPs to hold debates in a dignified manner on issues of public importance, hopes for highly productive budget session, also appreciates functioning of parliamentary committees during the intersession period. Disruptions in Rajya Sabha as opposition demands discussion on ongoing farmers' protest. Chairman urges members to raise the issue during discussion on motion of thanks. House adjourned for the day as opposition continues to protest. And 10 hours allocated for motion of thanks to President's address in Rajya Sabha. Discussion to begin on Wednesday. Same amount of time given for discussion on union budget. Well, news in details now. Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu asked members to follow rules, maintain discipline and dignity while discussing issues of national and public importance in the House. He urged the members to make the current budget session more purposeful while issues are discussed in peaceful, orderly and dignified manner. He said that it's binding on all members to see the House functions properly. He also appealed to members to prevent any situation which will affect the interests of Parliament and also the nation. Stating that nation has completed 100 years of representative democracy, the chairman said the House should resolve to enhance the dignity through disruption-free proceedings as per rules and conventions. He also expressed hope that the important budget session will turn out to be a highly productive one in the spirit of the last 4 sessions.
My appeal to all of you is that try to make the session more purposeful, and then the issues that can be discussed, they can be discussed threadbare in a peaceful, orderly, dignified manner. Last time some unfortunate incidents happened. I don't want to recall them, but it's all binding on all of us to see that the House runs properly. Members follow rules and regulations, maintain discipline and dignity, and also participate in debates in a meaningful manner. I have all along been appealing to members to prevent any such situation which will cause effect to the interest of the Parliament and also the nation.
Well, Rajya Sabha was adjourned for the day today without transacting substantial business as Congress and other opposition parties created an uproar demanding discussion on the issue of farmers' protest over 3 new farm bills. Take a look in detail. A day after the presentation of Union Budget, Rajya Sabha, which convened at 9 a.m., saw multiple adjournments after opposition parties demanded that the House take up discussion on farmers' protest. Soon after observations made by the chairman, members raised issue during the question hour. Opposition parties, including the Congress, the DMK, Trinamool Congress and the CPM moved adjournment notice under Rule 267 of the Rules and Procedures and Conduct of Business in the Council of States to debate the issue.
That this House could not discuss the farmers' bills when it came up before this House. But now we are not on that. Everybody wants that is a matter of national importance. Even government is also holding discussions. But the House is not aware of what is going on.
In the border, hundreds and thousands of farmers and their families, including children, are there. Water supply and electricity is disconnected. It is an inhuman activity. You please ask them to resume that electricity and water supply there and conduct a discussion.
I got your point.
The issue is very serious. For more than 2 months, sir, in bitter cold, women and children of old age.
This has been said, Shiva. Manoj Jha.
Sir, hundreds of died, sir, and we have to discuss it separately.
मैं माननीय सभापति जी आपके माध्यम से कहना चाहता हूं कि संसद प्रतिनिधियों का केंद्र है। अगर संसद जन सरोकार के मुद्दों पर जहां एक तरफ सर्द पूस की रातों में लोग परेशान हो रहे, संसद कम से कम चर्चा करे।
Right.
इतनी
He's in the Lok Sabha.
Time.
सर, ये ऐसा इशू है जिसमें कि सरकार और संसद के सभी सांसद भी सभी इंटरेस्टेड हैं, सब बात करना चाहते
ठीक है।
हैं और डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं।
Thank you.
तो इसमें जैसे एक सॉल्यूशन निकल सके तो इसमें कोई एक यहाँ पर चर्चा होनी जरूरी, बाहर सड़क पे हो रही
Thank
है।
you.
Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said the farmers' issue is important and time will be allotted for the same on Wednesday.
Neither this or that side of the house is opposed to any discussions between the farmers and the government, and also to discuss the farmers' issue in the house. It needs to be held at the earliest, and it's a matter of time. In fact, I wanted the discussion to start today, but I was told and it was brought to my notice the convention that the discussion first starts in Lok Sabha and then the Rajya Sabha takes up. This has been the convention so far. Keeping that in mind, we have agreed to have the discussion on President's address tomorrow. Even the Business Advisory Committee also has been informed. So as we are going to discuss the President's address tomorrow as the first item, members can avail this opportunity and then participate and express their viewpoints. That's why I am not able to accept the notice given to suspend the business of the House.
Urging members to allow question hour to be conducted, Chairman Naidu said there were protests when question hour could not be taken up in the last session due to pandemic.
Please recall, last time because of pandemic, we could not have question hour and we could not have 0 hour. And many people protested against that, wrote articles also, made statements. Now we have question hour. Now we have question hour. Very important questions have been asked and replies of ministers are giving. Question hour should not become a casualty. The entire country want the issues to be discussed.
After walking out, coming out and disturbing, they themselves they are demanding that there should be question hour, and government has agreed, and question hour is going on. Members are interested in question hours and disturbing like this. Whether they want question hour or not, let them place it on record.
But the opposition parties, including the Congress, Left, TMC and DMK, staged a walkout after the demand for suspension of business to take up the issue was rejected by the chairman. The House was first adjourned for about 40 minutes till 10:30 am. As soon as the House met again, similar scenes were witnessed, leading to another adjournment till 11:30 am. When the upper house reassembled at 11:30 am, uproar continued as several protesting members trooped in the well, prompting Deputy Chairman Harivansh to adjourn the proceedings till 12:30 pm. The Deputy Chairman appealed to the opposition members to return to their seats and follow COVID-19 protocols. However, they did not heed to his request. Finally, at about 12:30, the proceedings were adjourned to meet at 9 am on Wednesday without conducting any business. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV. Well, moving on, the chairman complimented department-related parliamentary standing committees of Rajya Sabha for working overtime on behalf of the parliament by holding 55 meetings during the inter-session period.
During the inter-session period, 8 department-related parliamentary standing committees of Rajya Sabha worked overtime and held a total of 55 sittings during the inter-session period. These committees met for a total duration of 110 hours and 0.4 minutes, which comes to an average duration of 2 hours and 7 minutes. This is an improvement over the previous average of 1 hour 54 minutes per each meeting. I hope the duration of the meetings would further raise given the efforts and the costs involved. I was very happy when I have gone through the reports of the standing committees and also the deliberations of the standing committees, how members have participated and made constructive suggestions and try to elicit as much information as possible. I compliment the chairman and members of all these standing committees for the good work they have done in discussing and preparing the reports of the same, all the chairman.
Well, the Rajya Sabha chairman also appreciating the efforts by the centre in containing the pandemic. He said India has emerged as the vaccine factory of the world.
The change between the same time last year and now is perceptible. When the pandemic broke out last year, we had the required testing facilities, quality masks and personal protection equipment required to handle the pandemic. A year later, our country, besides successfully containing the pandemic, has emerged as the hope of other countries as well as indigenously made vaccines and as the vaccine factory of the world. This is a remarkable transformation. The House places on its record its appreciation of the people and all other concerns of the same. Honourable members, on several occasions our country has challenged the down under rose as one nation to tide over. Our fight against the COVID pandemic is one such illustration.
Well, Chairman Naidu also congratulated Team India for their victory against Australia in the Test series.
In the series deciding final test at Gabba, Brisbane, the spirited Indians scripted an epic win in a nail-biting finish, clinching the series. It was a great team effort with the youngsters in the forefront. The spirit of Gabba should inspire young Indians to rise to new heights and fulfill their aspirations with grit and determination. On behalf of the House and on behalf of myself, I place on record our deep appreciation to the captain and members of the team, and in particular the youngsters, and also the team management for their splendid performance in all forms of cricket in Australia during their recent visit and making our country proud.
And lastly, Chairman also informed the House that 10 hours have been allocated for discussion on the motion of thanks to President's address and an equivalent amount given for discussion on the budget.
The discussion on the motion of thanks to the President's address was given 10 hours. This is the BSc meeting. General discussion on Union budget for 2021, 10 hours. Consideration passing of the following bills: National Capital Territory of Delhi laws to replace an ordinance, 1 hour. Jammu and Kashmir reorganization bill to replace an ordinance, 2 hours. National Commission for Air Quality Management in Capital Region and adjoining areas bill 2021 to replace ordinance, 2 hours. The Arbitration and Consideration Amendment Bill 2021 to replace an ordinance, 2 hours. The committee also recommended the House may sit on Saturday, the 13th February 2021 instead of Monday, the 15th February 2021 to conclude the general discussion on the budget for 2021-22 and other business, and the sitting of the House scheduled on Monday, 15th February may be cancelled. That was the general request by members, and accordingly it was accepted.
Well, that's it in Rajya Sabha News. Thank you and good night.